It is the beginning of the third grading period for us. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
So we're coming to you now at the end of the day. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to my classroom and to another week. It is the beginning of the third grading period for us. Today is Tuesday, January 22nd, 2019. The students are coming back today from a 4-day weekend, and it will be a 4-day school week for us. I have a couple of things in store for them today, and I also got some nice little tips and strategies from fellow teachers on Instagram this weekend. So I wanted to show you what 2 little strategies I learned and what I did during my weekend. So let's do this. So the first thing that I was able to grasp, I think it was like yesterday morning, I woke up and I opened my Instagram and see a post from an amazing Aussie teacher. Her handle is Teaching 6 with Miss C, and she showed how she used a Wheel of Fortune game that she found in Ikea, which is a rotating wheel, spinning wheel, and how she changed it so that it could be like a prize wheel. So every time the students earned 50 or 100 points on Dojo, they got to spin the wheel and get a special reward. So I immediately went to Ikea yesterday. Well, not immediately because I had other things to do, but by the end of the day yesterday, I did go to Ikea. I featured it in my Insta stories. If you don't follow me on Instagram, please do so. My handle is @pencilsandmagicwands. So I went to Ikea to find this Wheel of Fortune spinning wheel game, and I found it. So here it is. This is the rotating wheel, the spinning wheel, and she modified it. I'll try to insert a picture somewhere in this little clip so that you can see how she cut different colored paper and just adhered it with double-sided sticky tape into each of these slots. And then she also recommended to put like a Velcro strip so that you can change the rewards from time to time. So I will be working this week on setting this spinning wheel up so my students could use it, hopefully, if I get it all done, by the end of the week. But I'll be sure to vlog about it so that you can see how it all comes together. Isn't that an amazing idea? Like, I've always wanted a spinning wheel like that, but when I went to buy one a couple years ago on Amazon, the ones they had on there were just too expensive. This one here in the United States in Ikea is $19.99. So with tax, it came out to like $21 and some change. And now I get to set it up and use it in my classroom. I can't wait to have my students take a spin at it. All right, so on to the second little tip or strategy that I learned. And this one comes from Fernanda at That One Happy Classroom. She is a fellow YouTuber and an amazing teacher. This is her 2nd year teaching, and she just has amazing ideas. So let me find that one little thing that she talked about. I know I have one in my classroom. So let me find it right now, and I'll get back to you. So her tip incorporates the use of one of these counters. I actually have 2 of them that I bought years ago because I used them as another strategy for writing. And basically, every time the students used a really good technique that you were checking for, let's say transitions, every time they share their writing and you heard a transition, for example, it could be transitions, it could be anything you're looking for, you would just hit on this right here and it would create a counter so that you can see that you are counting up to how many transitions the students use, or maybe how many bits of details or elaboration they used, and you could do that to celebrate the students. But how Fernanda used it in her vlog, which I'll link down below, she basically used it as a way to track how many interruptions were happening inside her classroom. Now, I don't know about you, I've been struggling with students interrupting the lesson, interrupting each other. So the first time she used it, she didn't tell the students what she was doing. She was just there, kind of incognito, clicking away every time someone created an interruption when she was doing a read aloud. And at the end of her read aloud, she told the students, during that time, we had this amount of interruptions. Now, I believe in you, and I think that you all can do so much better. Let's see if the next time we do this, your interruptions are lower than this. Let's see if you can beat that and make it a lower amount of interruptions. So because her students are so competitive, it really worked for her. Now, I want to try this in my classroom. So I have one, actually I have two, so I can go ahead and count it up. And basically after she introduced it, she told the students, okay, if you all have less than 7 interruptions, then I believe she gave them some kind of incentive. What I can do if the class has less than 7 interruptions, well, she chose 7, but I could choose a specific number. Maybe the whole class can earn dojo points for doing such a good job at making sure they're focused and not interrupting the lesson or each other. So those are 2 tips that I learned this weekend just on the teacher Instagram community. And if you're not on there, get yourself on there. There's a lot of conversations, a lot of great tips being shared all the time. All right, so right now I'm going to finish up getting ready for the day. I have some plans I need to finalize. I need to make copies. I need to prep an amazing activity that I have planned today for my math review. So let's see how that goes, and I'll be sure to share that with you. All right, so without further ado, let me get to going and planning on doing all that stuff that I need to do in the morning. By the way, it's 7:35. Yes, I got in like around 7:20, and I am off getting ready to greet my students when they come in at 8:20. All right, see you later. All right, a moment of realness here. I'm trying to get my morning together and print out the things that I need to print out, and the computer decides that it's gonna glitch out on me and that I have to restart it, and it's telling me that the documents I wanted to open are corrupted. It's just no good. But I got it going, and I printed out my math review for today. This is one of the strategies that I learned at Teacher Hard Out back in October from Brittney Root, aka Miss Fifth. And this is how I plan to do my math review game today. But I need to get these laminated and cut. Before that, let me show you my process. So these are the cards that I created. Every student is in a group of 4, and every student 1 will always answer the question 1, 2 will answer 2, 3, 4, etc. When they're done with the card, they can then have me check it to make sure that they got the right answers, and then they get to do this on a piece of poster paper or construction paper that I'm going to give them. Every time they complete a card, they add something to their drawing. And this is my set. The white cards are going to be my set where I'm going to do my answer key. And I'm also going to have my student teacher help me with this. But all of these problems are all problems that review chapter 9 for us, which was fractions and decimals. So I incorporated a whole bunch of different kind of problems, and the cards go all the way up to L. This is the very last card, which features some number lines that they need to find what is the decimal that is represented by that number line, etc. So I did print out all the cards in different colors. My teams are in colors, so this works out great. So red team will get the pink ones, orange team will get the yellow ones, etc. So right now I'm just going to place these cards in my laminating pocket sheets and have it going on my laminator, which is currently warming up. Once it's in green, it's ready to go. And then I'll just slice it down the middle and we're done. So I'm looking forward to having the students work on this activity. They'll be doing that after PE, so hopefully PE is not canceled. I do have some extra prep time if I need it right before math, so that all of this is ready to go. But actually my student teacher will be here, so if anything, she can help me put all of this together. So that is what's happening today in math. I'll be sure to show you a couple of clips of the students playing the game and drawing their picture. Now, I did the drawings since yesterday we remembered Martin Luther King and everything that he did. So today I'm having the students create their drawings is all about their future, their dreams of the future. So they get to draw themselves at the bottom. By the time they're done, it's going to be hopefully a big cloud on the top with our dreams of the future, some stars around the cloud, themselves drawn at the bottom with speech bubbles about what their dream for the future is. So let's see how it goes. This is the first time I'm trying it, so we're going to just go with it and see what happens. All right, I just heard a knock on the door. That's probably my student teacher, Ms. Guzman. So I will check back with you later. All right, so the students are now in PE, and I have been trying to finish my lunch, but at the same time, I was doing an answer key for the math relay that the students are about to do once they come back from PE. Shout out to Ms. Guzman, my student teacher. Say hi, Ms. Guzman. Hi. She's helping me with filing right now, but she got all of the rest of the math relay cards all laminated, and we got them all cut out as well. And I just separated them with little binder clips. Yep, I have a color coding issue. I know I'm not the only one. I love color coding. So now I'm going to put the desk into clusters like that so that the students have a group to work on the math relay cards. And I also have these dry erase markers with erasers that I got from Really Good Stuff some time ago that I'm going to also put out on their desk. And I'm also going to put out the poster paper that they're gonna need to create their drawing, along with some markers for them to use. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And while I was trying to get all that done, I don't know if you saw my video from Friday on what I do on a teacher planning day, my last teacher planning day, but I spent some of that time trying to make an order for my class wallet, and I bought a couple of things from Office Depot. Guess what just arrived? My Office Depot box right here. So I'll be opening this and showing you what I got. Obviously, that's gonna have to wait till after school because right now I have a few minutes to get these desks organized and set up for the math relay review. Let's see how it goes, because this is the first time that I'll be doing this kind of activity. So I'm curious to see how the students react to it and how engaging it is for them. We'll see. All right, so see you later. Just finished setting up all the desks and all the materials, and now I have to rush and get the kids. But let me give you a quick peek before the kids come in and do the activity, which I'll be sure to share some clips of. But here is the setup. So each team has their color cards plus the dry erase markers, and I gave them Mr. Sketch markers. These are brand new. Some of them came in our Office Depot box that I just showed you, so it's perfect. That way every team has their set of Mr. Sketch markers to create their drawing. And this is pretty much the setup. As you can see, here's blue team, here's green team, and here is orange team. All right, let me go hurry up and get the kids, and let's see how this math relay goes today. See you soon. I just finished giving the directions to the students, so I'm going to count down from 5. And when I get to 1, you all can begin. So let's do this. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, begin.
You got this, bro. What a big cloud.
Yeah, because we need a lot of stuff to fit in it.
Okay, come on. 470. 8.
Wait, hold on.
8. Add a fraction or mixed number as a decimal. Yeah. Come on.
Dreams.
0. Yeah. Wait. 1.30. 1.
And 4. Okay, that's 1.
I can show 59.
The engagement is real. They're having such a great time. I had to stop and say that. There's so much excitement in the room. Okay, another team to check. Here we go.
Awesome.
We did
Okay,
it.
yeah.
It's 1800. 8100. What?
It is now the end of the day, and I have to say, it has been a really good day. It feels like a long day, but I got so much accomplished today. Yeah, there were still a couple of things that I didn't get to. For example, unwrapping the prompt today that we were gonna do on Ella Fitzgerald, and also getting our notes in our math notebook, but we still did everything else that I wanted to do today, and for that, I am grateful. As for the math relay, thank you so much, Brittney Root, aka Miss Fifth again. I mentioned that, mention it again, because that activity was super engaging. The students loved it. They had fun. They completed that activity in 1 hour. Each team had 12 cards to get through and create their poster, which I inserted clips so you can see their final posters. Then at the end, I had them decide who wanted to take their poster home with them. And a lot of the teams did like rock, paper, scissors so they could take the poster that they created home. And it was amazing. After that, because we didn't get to in the morning, I did their spelling pretest, and then we went on to science. For science, we reviewed the properties of matter, and the states of matter. And with that, I decided to do a Gizmo. Gizmo is an online interactive lab, so it's like a digital lab, and they have Gizmos for both math and science. So I decided to do a science Gizmo on the faces of water. So let me show you this Gizmo so you can get an idea of what we were doing. First things first, the students were given this exploration sheet, which also comes with Gizmos, and it just accessed their background knowledge, and we did the warm-up activity. Tomorrow we will do, or Thursday probably, we will do the activity A, Faces of Water, and it tells you the directions, what you need to do, and then what you observed, your hypothesis, your prediction, your analyze, and your extended thinking. So that is what we're going to be working on. And like I said, we went ahead and did the warm-up, and they answer questions 1, 2, and 3. They do have to finish answering it. So tomorrow I'll run the Gizmo again, probably during due now, so that they can finish it up. So now let me show you what all this is about. This is the Gizmo, and this is by Explore Learning. We have access to this thanks to our district, and I can actually give the students accounts so that I can actually assign Gizmos to them to complete on their own. And each Gizmo has a quiz that they can complete. It's a 5-question quiz, but it's related to the topic and the concept that they were interacting with in the actual Gizmo. Let me do this presentation wide. So basically, I can manipulate this right here, which contains water. And if I chill it, let's go chill it to 0 degrees Celsius, and you can see this is coming down because this is a lid that was pushed up due to water vapor. But right now, since the temperature is going down, you can also see how the molecules look. This is how the molecules look in a water vapor, and this is how they look in a liquid. So the students can actually see how molecules look in each phase of matter. And water is an amazing type of matter to use in order to help the students look at this concept. So I'm going to hold it right there. This is 0 degrees Celsius. Notice that over here, I'm going to let it go a little bit more. It starts creating ice. So I'm going to hold it steady again. So here's the liquid water. And if I move my magnifying glass up, here is ice. And look how the molecules look. They shake, they vibrate, but they do not slide past each other. They do not move past each other. And that's what I want them to notice as far as this concept goes. We're going to add some more heat. And as we add heat, that ice melts. And now the temperature starts to go up. And this is also good to remind the students that water will boil at 100 degrees Celsius. So watch what happens when it's 100 degrees Celsius. The water starts to boil, as you can tell by the bubbles. And this creates water vapor, which moves the lid up. And if I move my magnifying glass, the kids can see how the molecules look in a gas. They're very widely separated, and that is the faces of water. So that's how I had the students go ahead and review the states of matter, and we're going to continue doing that and adding notes in our notebook. And today we introduced Unit 3, Week 4 in Wonders, which was all about words for change. How can words lead to change? We talked about the women's suffrage movement with Elizabeth Cady Stanton and Susan B. Anthony, and we'll be doing a second read of that selection tomorrow. We also went over the vocabulary, and the students did a vocabulary activity with that. And I also had the students work on a little foldable for that part of that unit. So let me show you my foldable for that. So this is the foldable that I created. I have them do notes on their multimedia video so that they can go ahead and answer this question, which is also related to the reading skill that we're going over, which is point of view. And then I have them do notes on the listening comprehension, bringing words to the deaf. And then they have 2 questions to answer based on what they listened to and the notes they took based on that. And here is Words for Change, which is our shared read. So we were doing the SPADE strategy. S stands for survey the text, which includes the text features. And then we determined what the genre was. And then P stands for predict. So they went ahead and predicted. And we did our first read, and then the students afterwards wrote the main idea for the text. I just didn't write mine in here, but they did do that. Tomorrow, we're going to go ahead and do the second read and determine the text structure, and then do like a connection based on what they read. And then they have these questions that they're going to answer based on the shared read. So that is our space strategy, and that is how I introduce the unit for today. All right, so that's basically what we did as far as instruction goes. Now let's look at what's in this box that came today from Office Depot. All right, here's the box, and let's see all the things that are in here. I did get a couple things. Uh-oh. Whoa. I did not realize I had ordered these jumbo index cards. 5 by 8. I mean, I am not upset. I can definitely find uses for this, but I actually wanted the 3 by 5 ones. I guess I need to read closer next time I order. I still have money to order, so. All right, big O index cards. I also got letter size hanging file folders. I'm gonna use these for our writing hanging file folders to put all the student writing. So that goes there. I have some more Mr. Sketch markers, and I just noticed this one is open and all the markers are in the box, so I have to fetch those out. So I see some things got opened. There's my invoice. Okay, I ordered some flare pens, black flare pens to have the students use, and these come in a pack of 12 and they're kind of opened. So I hope they're all in there, so I'm going to have to make sure I count them. But yeah, they won't bleed through paper, so I thought this would be an alternative to using the Sharpie pens. And then I got a whole bunch of paper. So I got this beautiful purple Astro Bright color. This is called Planetary Purple. So Planetary Purple goes there. And I also got a blue one. I love Blue. I go through blue a lot. And this one's called Lunar Blue. Beautiful. I also got some more cardstock, white cardstock paper, because you can't go wrong with that. And I got some more Astro Brights. So we got some Martian Green, Terrestrial Teal, Lunar Blue, Celestial Blue, and Venus Violet. Love me these colors. Check that out. And here are the extra Mr. Sketch markers that need to go in that box right there. So yeah, that's my order from Office Depot. So that's basically all that we did today, Tuesday. And now I'll take you on to Wednesday. Good morning. It is now Tuesday, January 23rd, 2019. I got into my classroom early this morning. It is now 7:45. I just came back from making copies for the day. It took me 15 minutes to do that because I left at 7:30 my classroom to do that. But I've been here in school since about 7:15 and just getting my day started and getting it all ready for today, Wednesday, which is a short day. And usually we have time for 2 subjects. Let's see what we can do today. The students are going to take their Chapter 9 assessment that they reviewed yesterday in the Math Relay, which, by the way, I am not able to share those cards from the Math Relay on my TPT or with anyone because it is specific to Teach Your Heart Out, and they had asked both Miss Fifth, which is Brittney Root, and other people to not post things that were related to the conference on their TPT stores. However, because I did write those problems myself, I will be creating a different kind of resource where I can use those problems, and then I will be able to sell that on my TPT store when I get a chance, because there's a lot of things on my to-do list. All right, one thing that I did yesterday that was awesome was I booked my flight to Austin, Texas, and I booked where I was gonna stay in Austin, Texas, and I'm also going with my good friend Tanya, aka Gifted Teacher 305. We're going to the TPT conference in July, 2nd week of July. We're very excited. We're going to be there for a whole week in Austin, and we're looking forward to, I've never been to Texas, so it'll be cool. I also found out that there's another What Lifts You Wings display somewhere in Austin, so I'm gonna go search for it, and I'm gonna take a picture there, just like I did when I went to the Gulch in Nashville last summer. That's very exciting. Another awesome thing that happened was, I don't know if I mentioned it yesterday or not. I don't remember, but I'm going to say it anyway. I got my ticket to Get Your Teach On, which is coming to Orlando the weekend of President's Day, which is February 18 and 19. I am going. So I am driving up there myself in my car, obviously, and I am going to have a great time. I'm also a Disney Pass holder, so I want to take my Disney Pass with me and maybe go to Disney here and there. Who knows? But I'm very excited for that. So there's a couple of different things that are happening this year. So first is the Get Your Teach On conference. After that is the Teacher Self-Care conference in March. And then there's the Teachers Pay Teachers conference in July. At the end of June, I'm also going to Philadelphia to present in ISTE. ISTE is the International Society for Technology Education. I wrote a proposal with Genius Plaza and my proposal got accepted. So I get to present my idea and what I've been doing in the classroom with Genius Plaza and my students. So that's happening also in June of 2019. So far, awesome 2019. Lots of great things to look forward to. All right, I'm actually gonna set myself up to record my New Year goals video that I have been pushing off because it's just been super hectic since the year started. But I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna have a chat about what my goals were last year, I'm gonna reflect on 2018, and I'm gonna chat about what my goals are for this year, including my one word for the year. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and I will catch up with you later. Hi everyone!
Hi.
So we're coming to you now at the end of the day. We just got out of a faculty meeting.
My first one.
Her first faculty meeting. So tell us, what was your experience?
Well, we learned about the tutoring, and that's happening in the school about math and reading. We learned about the different types of forms that we have to fill out, and yeah, just learning about all this teacher stuff.
Yeah, and she got to see some iReady scales on how the students are placed from K through all the way through 8. And they also gave us the FSA, which is the Florida Standards Assessment Scales for grades 3 all the way to 10. And what a 3 or 4 or 5, what are the scale for those, along with the 1, 2s. So that was good. It was a pretty good and not that long faculty meeting.
Cram a lot of information in
They always
like
do.
30 minutes.
Yeah, they always do. And it's interesting that 30 minutes, usually our faculty meetings, we end up leaving like past 3:30. But today we actually left like at 3:15, and they had us do the school climate survey there while we were there to make sure that we had a good participation, because I think last year 50% of the school climate surveys were submitted. So now they want to make sure we increase that number, so that's good.
They also increased the raises for teachers.
Woo-woo!
We went over that. Yeah, she got super happy. Everyone was super happy. They did go over that. That was one of the highlights.
Yes, our union, our United Teachers of Dade, our union steward got to go in the front and tell us all about our races, which we're going to have some retroactive races starting next week. We're so thankful for United Teachers of Dade because I know that our friends in California are still going on strike for better pay and better conditions in their classroom. And I know that I remember doing a video on how I make ends meet as a teacher. I did it at the end of last school year. And I have to say that now with these races that we were able to get because our union really fought for citizens in our county to vote so that they could increase property taxes a little bit so that they can use that money to give our teachers a pay raise. Some of us are getting 11% increase in our pay, 12, I'm getting 15.88% increase, which puts me above the 50,000 mark, which I wasn't at the end of last school year when I made the video how I make ends meet. So I'm very thankful for that. And you as a new teacher, that's great because you know once you get your classroom next year, you're part of that group. For sure. So we're very thankful for that. So yeah, we did talk about that in the faculty meeting. And other than that, what reflections do you have in these last 2 days? So yesterday, Tuesday, and today, Wednesday.
I really liked yesterday the math relay activity that we did. The kids had so much fun with it. Basically, they were all like, Miss Guzman, Miss Sanchez, Miss Guzman. Because they were like running around.
Check my card. I did it. Okay, let's go. They were on a competition. They wanted to finish. It was like high energy, high engagement for sure. So definitely a really, really good strategy.
Fun. And yesterday also we did the science gizmo, which was really fun because the kids got to see the molecules moving and the different states of matter, and it's fun. It's an interactive way to use technology.
Yeah, and we're gonna go back to that gizmo tomorrow to finish the other activity that they didn't get to, so that we can finish that and wrap up with that lesson. So yeah, lots of excitement, lots of fun. Today the students took their math tests on that concept that they were reviewing with the math relay, and I'm almost done, you know, grading all of them, and so far the ones that I've graded on the most part, they're doing pretty good. So I'll finish up so I can get the overall class average, and we'll see how much of an impact the math relay was as far as getting them ready for today's tests per se. So yeah, it's been an exciting 2 days.
2 days.
I know.
Sorry.
Go for it.
Tips. 2 tips I have for student teachers. Number 1, keep a notebook that has like tabs in it and that you can write down notes of everything that you see that you really like. My notebook is full of stuff. It's in the making of like all these wonderful things that she does every single day that I love. And also number 2 is help your teachers. Aww. I know that the most important and fun part, I think we can all relate, is when you're up in front of the students and actually teaching. Like all this extra lesson planning and like extraness of putting in grades and stuff is hard. But it's always nice to help them. They all need help, so.
And she's been a great help. Like she helped me organize my student folders and she's helped me file a whole bunch of papers. I'm sorry, hi, paper trap over here. And she's also helped me put the math relay cards together. She finished laminating them and cutting them and like, she's been a real help. And I told her like, oh my God, thank you. Like I'm so appreciative. It's like, yay. Yeah. It's really good. Yeah, I should like maybe grab your notebook so I can kind of just show it.
Yeah, I can.
Go. She's going to grab her notebook because, I mean, you got to see. It's like she's already starting to gather all these notes and ideas. And this was actually an idea that a fellow teacher let her know about last week. And that way she can keep everything in a notebook and she can put tabs on it so she can section it off. But
so this is my little notebook. It's in the making. It's all of my teacher ideas. Mm-hmm.
All the tabs, all the teacher ideas.
Yeah, and it has helpful websites, like the things that I'd want to do on the first day of the first week based on the stuff that she showed me. She has like PowerPoints and stuff to show parents that I didn't think about. Things that you want to buy, like I see things in the classroom, I'm like, I want that, I want that. Mm-hmm. And she also is very good with prices. So like, I'm like, where'd you get that? And I literally write down where to get it. And
you gotta look for the best deals.
Mm-hmm. And classroom management, reading, math, science, like whenever she teaches all subjects, so whenever she's teaching and I like what she does, I just write it down.
That's beautiful. That's perfect. And I want to say along with that, you should actually have what she also has, which is a flash drive or a jump drive.
Oh, yeah.
And any file or document that your cooperating teacher has that she doesn't mind or he doesn't mind sharing, just ask, can I please have a copy of that in my thumb drive? I've already started putting things in her thumb drive. I created a folder today for behavior management, you know, files and folders. And so, yeah, that's also another good tip. Mm-hmm. All right, so yeah, today other than the math test, the kids were rereading the second read of Words for Change and they were doing some annotations. Ooh, let me show you that because that's a new sheet that I created today. I've shown my annotation sheet before on a landscape sheet of a full piece of paper, but I actually did it as a half sheet. So let me show you that now. All right, so here it is right here. This is the annotations page, and I kind of did it generic, so I can use it with any passage or any story. And I just had the students do 3 annotations for that story, and then they finished their little booklet with their reading comprehension questions on the most part. If they didn't finish, they're going to finish tomorrow during do now, but that's pretty much it. And oh, a big chunk of today in the morning I dedicated to their data trackers. So I had them set up their data trackers and graph all their data that they haven't graphed, and that's great. They got to see how they've been improving or how they've been doing on different tests in math and in reading. So yep, that was good. That was our Wednesday. Pretty good job.
Yeah.
I think we've done a lot in just 2 days.
You have. You really have.
It's like at the end of the day, you like feel exhausted. You feel like a truck has run over you, and then you realize, oh yeah, I did all that.
But it's a good feeling. It's a good feeling.
It is a great feeling. Because
you know that you're helping them.
Yep. Definitely. And I will talk to you more probably tomorrow or Friday on my data binder, which I'm still trying to update. And I'll show you my example of the data tracker so that they have an idea. But I'll show you that more tomorrow or Friday because I'm pretty much ending today's vlog here. Because I think these last 2 days, the video, I hope this video is not too long. Sorry if it is. Okay, so that's it. I don't know if you want to add anything else. I don't know. She's going to start taking over next week.
Yes. I have mixed feelings. I'm excited, but I am nervous. But I honestly feel like I'm nervous because I haven't planned very well
She's going to be fine.
But, yeah, thanks.
She's going to be fine.
I hope we put that into reality.
Yeah. She's doing like 2 lessons in social studies and 1 lesson in math that I am observing. Mm-hmm. So I get to observe her for the first time next week. So we'll see how that goes. It's a very exciting time.
Yes.
All right, so that's where I'm going to leave you, where we're going to leave you. I'm going to say goodbye for now, and I'll see you tomorrow in a separate video. So I hope you enjoyed coming along with us. If you did, don't forget to hit the like button, leave a comment down below, let me know what you thought or any questions you may have. Also, if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing and hitting the bell for notifications so you don't miss any future videos. I hope you have a beautiful magical day, or we hope you have a beautiful magical, I gotta say that again. Or we hope we have, I can't say anything right now. Okay, we hope you have a beautiful magical day, and don't forget to smile. Hello dreamers, wishers, and magical thinkers. Thank you so much for making it to the very end of this video and for showing your support. If you'd like to subscribe, you can do so by clicking on my picture down here. You can also check out my latest videos here and here. Don't forget to believe in the magic that's inside you, because you are capable of great things. See you next time.